Yes, you're explaining. Hey, but now I like straightforward answers. Yeah, yeah. I get this was a half mocha. It's a half mocha. I would say no, I would say. So during my generation, Honor society half mocha. I give a half mocha kind of response. I want a definite response, so that when I prepare a report for adoption by the House, I know what you said. There were few questions that we put forward. The first one, why was the municipality allowed to ignore their legal and moral obligation to prepare for the 2022-23 audit process? Okay, so you explained, but I did not hear concretely what you were saying. You gave me information, context, this one, but come back to my question, okay? The second question was, why was the non-compliance reported to the provincial public accounts and other relevant authorities? They say, hey, how reporter or now report Auditor General. Okay, Advocate le jaaka o tla re bolella gore ba re go report Auditor General. And then you gave us the names of the PR and the teams in the report. It's okay. The remedial measures, I might have missed your response on the remedial measures. Explaining the story of 2021, I want to hear, is there a plan? Is there a plan? Okay, in that regard. And then, Ntate Mashego, aka utlwa sentle gore a la re le ntse le bua le bone ka this thing. Are you engaging them? Because there you have a municipal council. Has it been engaged by the department? So, Honorable Moema, Honorable Wolfgang, these are the questions that we put forward for formal response. So I want to suggest that firstly, they confirm. Yeah, there are areas on which I'm happy with their response. We'll make a follow-up. But there are some of the questions where I'm not so sure what did they say. So I'm going to firstly allow them to restate. Okay? No, you've given us context. Restate your final answer to these questions, especially the ones where I said I did not hear concretely what did you say. There are those that you've responded to, like 3, like 2. You've responded to those questions to my satisfaction. But there are others where I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Maybe I was disturbed by people who were buying jackets. I'm sorry, but I didn't hear you. All right. Let's allow them quickly in 5 minutes just to restate those areas that I indicated. And then we'll then take honorable members' questions on a follow-up to the 2 departments. Okay, ka fa Dr. Bole HOD mola Mike o batla o share le Chief Director mola.
No, Chair, thank you very much. Let me appreciate questions that you have raised. I'll quickly request the Ramashego to respond, because these are direct questions.
Okay. Date Mashego.
Okay. Chairperson, let me Thank you once more to respond to specific questions you have raised. There was an issue of why was the non-compliance not reported. Like I said, the non-compliance are reported to the legislature. It comes in a form of a 131 report that we submit to the legislature. And in that report, I've indicated that we have raised 2 municipalities that have experienced similar challenge, which is Ditsobotla and Mamusa. And on the intervention, we have already implemented the intervention, even not only in Ditsobotla, also in Mamusa. If you go to Mamusa today, we have assisted them to deal with the high number of backlog on the oversight. So in Ditsobotla, in implementing the measures, we have deployed a team. And that team, I said in my report, we've been able to assist them to recollect and compile quarterly report and annual performance reports, which we normally call Section 46 report, which after the finalization of the auditing of the backlog of the AFSs, they will just be brought together and constitute and draft annual report that must go to council and refer to MPEC for oversight and be finalized. So I have responded. I'm just emphasizing to say that the remedial, we have already we deployed a team, and that team has been working hard with the municipal officials, despite the difficult kind of environment, but those reports have been done for the 3 financial years, 2021, 2022, 2023, and we have also done for the 2023-24 now. And you also raise an issue of an engagement with the municipality. We had not engaged physically with council on the non-compliance. We've been engaging with the municipality at an administrative level, especially when we were also compiling the 131 reports on what, sharing views on what should be the remedial actions of what we propose on the 131 report. It becomes after a consultative session with affected municipalities. And that report, it gets at the level of the mayor, will only get the report as a feedback of our assessment of what we looked into and what are the gaps, and that must be addressed. But we have never been before council to raise these matters and engage with them sharply. That one I must acknowledge. Not sure, Chair, if there's any that I've left. You said the one of the intervention team has been responded to.
Okay.
I think those are the ones that were not being responded to, Chair, unless I've missed someone. I mean, one of the questions.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Thank you, Chair.
But for the record, let's just state that for 22-23 is Ditsobotla. The previous financial year it was Ditsobotla and Mamusa.
Yes, Chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want an impression to be created that for 22-23 we
No.
had 2.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair.
So the report that we have as the legislature, it's for 21-22. That is Mamusa, that is Ditsobotla. Okay. Yeah, you'll check your records, but that's what we have. Okay. Okay, Treasury, thanks Dr. Bulle and the team. Treasury, any addition from your side? Yeah, wait for the mic. Wait for the mic. We don't want you later to say you were quoted out of context. I want to understand, the priest who says you are not going to heaven if you put on a ring. He says he was quoted out of context. Yeah, that popular priest on social media. Yeah. So he says he was quoted out of, so we want it to be on record. Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe in addition or to amplify our responses in relation to the question around why the municipality was allowed to ignore their legal obligation in line with the law that requires them to submit the AFS. From our side, Chair, basically we knew, we had always known that the municipality does not have the capacity to produce the financial statements internally, because we normally do an assessment, and one of the assessment is directed by section 138 and 140, which provide a criteria of a municipality that is experiencing crisis in their financial affairs, including performance. And one of them was how they are responding to the issue of accountability of submitting the AFS. And we also check their readiness to submit. And as a result of the outcome of our assessment, we then engage with National Treasury to activate. At some point, we even, together with National Treasury, assisted them to implement what we call Section 216 of the Constitution, which basically talks about withholding equitable share to address non-compliance matters in the municipality. And subsequently, as a result of the assessment again, we also invoked what we call Section 1395, which is basically as a consequence of the provincial treasury alerting the mayor to, or perhaps invoking provisions of Section 133 of the MFMA, which talks about the consequences that must be taken by the municipality in an event where the municipality does not submit the financial statements. One of them is to withhold equitable share. One of them is to direct the mayor to implement the consequence management, which we have directed the mayor to do that. And also one of them, in line with section, I think it's section 133(1)D, it resulted in the invocation of a mandatory intervention in that municipality. So we conducted again a status quo assessment just to, to determine what is the extent of the crisis, how does it affect the performance, and the reporting requirement. And our plan is find expression in the financial recovery plan, implementation of the financial recovery plan by the municipality. Obviously will assist the municipality to address some of the pertinent non-compliance issues, including the financial statements. Hence, we worked with the team of the municipality to address the non-compliance. That's why we are here today, and the municipality has subsequently submitted the financial statements. But I can indicate that if you look into how the law directs us, especially the MFMA, it is the primary responsibility of the municipality to avoid the crisis and to also implement the recovery plan. Hence, the success of that implementation is basically as a result of the municipality led by the accounting officer taking a lead to ensure that that plan is implemented to the latter. We have supported the municipality with the PER and the team to enhance the capacity, because when I presented earlier on, I indicated that in terms of capacity, institutional capacity, they are found wanting. Hence, the team is there to provide both technical support as well as, on-job training to municipal officials to ensure that some of the day-to-day work is done. So I think the one year who was responsible in terms of the PER, we have correctly responded. And I must indicate that, again, Chair, we are sponsoring reports through to the legislature, especially when we were implementing or we were invoking the mandatory intervention to the municipality. We have since reported the intention, and we have also responded in terms of reports, how we have implemented or supported the municipality in this regard. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Can I now give to the honorable members? Let's start with the Honorable Wolfgang on the reports from Treasury as well as from Cocta.
Thank you, Chair. I've got a couple of questions. Thank you. My first draft was basically to say which department, but I'm going to make them very generic. The first question, and everybody's alluded to it, but nobody's put something concrete on the table. What consequence management has taken place? Yes, you've had a high turnover of personnel. Those personnel that have moved on to other municipalities have either gone into the same positions or higher positions, yet as far as I can ascertain from everything I've seen here, there's been zero consequence management. So I want a written answer, if I may be as bold. I want a written answer from the two departments as well as the municipality to say what consequence management has been applied. The second worry to me, because this is now the second municipality where I've seen exactly the same situation happen in terms of the financial reporting. The computer systems are very easy to hack because in most instances there's no off-site backups available. Now SITA does help with that. So I'm asking the question, is the municipality looking and discussing the issue with SITA to have a computer system backup running so that if somebody does tamper with the computer system, that you can go back to the backup? As I said, I've seen, this is the second municipality I've seen where information has basically disappeared. The other one, I'm going to mention it by name, is Matlusana. Every time where somebody is facing consequence management, the computer system, and it's happened 3 times, the computer system has been destroyed to such an extent that no information was available. The safeguarding of information of the municipality, that's my third question. The safeguarding of confidential information of the municipality if a person leaves employment. Is there a process that before that person leaves, they put together a document for the person that will follow up in that position in the future? So there must be a method of making sure that as the person exits, that there is a backup available there is a report available from that person, and also that the information of the municipality is safeguarded in terms of financial information, in terms of basic SOPs, the standard operating procedures. There should be a safeguarding of municipal information, which is clearly not the case. Then, again, one of the highlights that I've seen throughout the report is there are a heck of a lot of acting positions. Can we get a definite timeline on when these acting positions will be made permanent, please? One of the things that I've noticed throughout various municipalities, the safeguarding of the FRP teams that have been placed by the departments into the municipalities. Are there processes, and I'm not expecting to get a detailed report of the processes. I'm asking, are there processes in place to safeguard these personnel? I'm going to mention myself. I was MPAC. I had to buy a bulletproof vest because of the threats that were made against us. Okay. So every time we actually got together as MPAC, and any time I actually went into council, I was wearing a bullet vest. That's how bad the situation gets in the municipality. So I'm asking the safeguarding of that personnel. Is there